Hello everybody, my name is Dr. Dinkim and today we are going to be discussing all about V-Stars. So what are V-Stars, you might be asking yourself? Well, glad you joined us because today we're going to be discussing all about them as well as how they're going to affect Pokemon TCG and the meta, as well as what is going to happen to VMAXs going forward with this. Well, when will V-Stars be coming out? Well, they're going to be fully introduced in Brilliant Stars, which will be released on the 25th February 2022, which is on a Friday. And yeah, that's when they're going to be officially released. Well, technically V-Stars are already released, but the official release will be on 25th February with Brilliant Stars. So with Brilliant Stars comes 4 V-Stars. So what are those? Well, the main two will be Charizard as well as Arceus V-Star. And as you can see, they have 2 attacks and a new thing called V-Star Power. So these are the 2 main cards that will be announced, will be in Brilliant Stars. So let's take a closer look at them. So the first two we have is Arceus V-Star. So his attack is Trinity Nova. Search your deck for up to 3 basic energy cards and attach them to your Pokemon V in any way you like, then shuffle your deck. Now, this is a very nice power to have as you can charge up your Vs easily. It is a stage 2 Pokemon, but able to deal 200 damage. While being able to charge up your other V Pokemon is insane. And look at this power, V-Star Power, Star Buff. During your turn, you may search up to 2 cards and put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. 2 any cards, that is pretty strong. So going forward, Arceus will be a pretty strong card to have in many decks, as you can charge up quickly as well as you can find any 2 cards you need. So wow. And Pokemon V, that means VMAXs, V-Stars and V-Union as well as the normal V cards. So imagine this with a V-Union Mew. Wow. And it's all normal energy, so play Psychic all you want, which is quite strong. And wow, 280 health as well, not bad. And it's only a 2 price card, the same as a normal V. And if you look at the bottom, you can't use more than 1 V-Star power in the game. So unfortunately, no matter how many V-Stars you have, you can only play 1 for the whole game. Doesn't matter which Pokemon. As long as a V-Star power, there's only 1 you can use. So these are basically like your tag team GXs. You have your GX ability, which you can only play once per game. So we're going back to that sort of gimmick format. And let's take a look at Charizard, our funky boy. Explosive Fire. Use 130 damage. If this Pokemon has any damage counter on it, this attack does 100 more damage. Wow. So you can basically do up to 230 for just 3 energy. Pretty OP. So V-Stars are looking to be quite strong for 2 price cards. And with Kindler and Lava Basin coming into Star Buff and Brilliant Stars, fire decks are going to be charged up fast. Now let's look at its V-Star Power. Star Blaze. Discard 2 energy cards from this Pokemon and it deals 320 damage. Now, that is a lot, but you do have to take note you can only use it once per game. Meaning, you can use this as a final killer or Hail Mary type of deal, but it's still strong even for its normal attack. 3 energy, 230, that's quite strong. And again, two prizes. So Vistas are looking to be quite strong for their initial release and their debut. Would be interesting to see what people try to make of this and how they're gonna counter it. Next, we have these two boys. We got Shamin as well as Whimsicott. Now, I did not take a look at their abilities, even though I should have, in Japanese. But you can search them up on Google, their translation. I'm not gonna do it, but it could be useful. And yeah, these are gonna be the 4 Vistas coming out. Arceus, Charizard, Shamin, and Whimsicott. So these guys are both 250 health, which is not bad for this, I guess. And yeah, gotta take a look at their Vista Abilities. Now let's take a look at another thing. So feel free to translate this yourself and do what you want to. Now, the products that are gonna be having the Vistas that are released already, I believe, is the Glaceon and Leafeon Vista boxes. So these are quite available already. You can find them at your local TCG stores. And they're gonna be carrying these Vistas. Now, Glaceon and Leafeon will be the first 2 Vistas that are officially launched for public play. And many people are already playing decks with them on PTCG and physical. I have not gotten myself any of these because I'm broke. But yeah, so if you want to try out Vistas yourself, you can get yourself these 2 boxes and well, feel how you want to with the Vistas and let me know what you think of them. So let's take a look at their abilities and attacks. Glaceon Vista, 260 health. Is attack Icicle Shot. During your opponent's next turn, the defending Pokemon can retreat. So a normal thing, you can't retreat if you attack. There's 180 for 3 energies, not bad. And let's take a look at Vista Power, Crystal Star. There's a 220 damage. During your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage and effects of attacks done to this Pokemon. Wow, he gets immunity. Nice. That is a strong card, a strong ability to have. Wow. Can't take damage. Not bad. And 260 health, 2 prizes. This is a strong attack. Just for 3 damage. 180 all the time. 3 energies, you get to do 180 all the time, as well as if you want to, you can just be immune to all your damage during next turn. Unless your opponent bosses you, then you're fucked. But still, 220 and take no damage, but strong. Assuming they don't have a boss's orders, but would like to have this card to experiment with in my decks. You can also have it with the normal VMAX Glaceon, which makes you immune to damages from VMAXs. So if you want to, you can make an immunity deck. Well, as long as you meet the requirements. But this will be fun to have in your deck as well. So let's take a look at Leafeon now. Again, 260 HP. Its attack, Leaf Guard, is 180 damage. During your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes 30 less damage. Okay, not bad. It's a bit of tankiness. Could be useful for a 3 leaf, alright. Next is about V-Star Power. IV Star. During your next turn, you may switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon with their active Pokemon. So it's a boss's orders. Or free boss's orders, I might add. Not bad, not bad. This is gonna be a fun thing to have. And with if you pair this up with Umbreon, You can just keep on having free bosses orders all you want. Why have bosses orders where you can just have a Leafeon and an Umbreon together? Just drag out your opponent's Pokemon if nothing's going on. Alright, not bad, not bad. These are going to be two fun evolutions to have in your deck. Don't mess around with people. For Vistas. And so, the two important things we should take a look at. Vista powers can only be used once per game. So, you have to choose wisely which Vista Pokemon you want to have. If you are strictly looking for its ability, you have to always remember, don't play more than one Vista. If you're looking for all the abilities, mainly use one ability. Okay, for example, you want to have a free bosses orders, then get a Leafeon and use his IV Star to boss out an opponent for free. And maybe you can take out a Charizard to KO it, not using his V-Star power. So every time you're thinking of a deck using V-Stars, you have to remember which you are gonna have for just their V-Star and which are you gonna use for their attack. So you have to always, take a look at what you're gonna do with them, because once you use one of them, it's all over. You can't use any more V-Stars. So you have to think wisely when you're gonna use them and how you're gonna use them. So hopefully when Brilliant Star comes out, I can keep on testing and guide you all how to use them properly, or at least at the right time. Next is V-Star rule. When your V-Star is knocked out, you take 2 prize cards. So that means they are basically Vs with abilities. So they have 2 prize cards, so you need to knock out 3 of them in order to win your game, which is alright, not bad for such a strong Pokemon. 2 prize cards are quite little, to be honest. I was expecting 3, but no complaints, I guess. So yeah. So the main takeaway is, remember that V-Star powers can only be used once and never again. So just have to remember all of that. And yeah, that's all. So what will happen to VMAXs then? Well, some of these attacks are very powerful and strong. So if you're using a VMAX against a V-Star, do be careful on who is the V-Star and whether they have used their V-Star power. Because remember, you lose 3 prize cards while they lose just 2. So you have to be careful with which VMAXs you're gonna go against, how you're gonna attack. I don't know what the heck I'm saying, but hopefully you guys understand. But yeah, so this is gonna change the meta a lot, especially with their crazy abilities as well as their prize cards they have. Definitely more people are gonna start trying to use V-Stars, as they have lesser risk involved when it comes to their KO'd V-Star, and some of them can downright just kill your VMAXs immediately. For example, the Arceus, 200 damage. So just next turn they can just kill you immediately. Especially since the charge up power, they can charge up whatever Pokemon they need to immediately kill you the next turn. So you have to be careful. And one thing is, Path to the Peak does not shut down your V-Star power unless they have abilities. So if your V-Star power says ability like IV-Star, Path to the Peak should shut it down since it is an ability. So that is one good thing to have. If you have Path to the Peak in your hand, you can counter their V-Star power, assuming their V-Star power says ability instead of having the energies. So that's a good thing to note. And yeah, going in the future, I don't think VMAXs will return. I think Vista will be the way going forward. And sooner or later, VMAXs are gonna rotate out of the standard format. But yeah, I think Vistas are quite interesting to have, especially with their attacks and Vista power. The one thing I would say is a bit annoying is that you can only use one. But I understand why, because if you can keep on using like Starbuff all the time, oh wow, you're gonna have a fun time, man. If you use Starblaze all the time, jeez, what's even playing anymore? But yeah, I think reducing their health is a good thing. So instead of just having 300 all the time, you just have like 280, 250 is a good thing to have, I guess. Easier to KO and hopefully easier to counter. So yeah, I hope you guys learned something from this video and enjoy this. Do leave your thoughts on Vistas in the comments below. Thank you for watching and have a great day. Bye.